Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Phoenix Point. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that it chose to join me today as we try to get to Antarctica. Really, at this point, that is what we're trying to do. And, how is the... Oh, look at that that's good. Is that what I am gonna do? Speaking of which, because I'm making mist repellers. Am I making them everywhere? I really hope so, actually. Mist repeller over here. Mist repeller over there. Mist repeller over there. Same here. Yeah, this is good. We do need to find more of our bases, but I think we're way past having to worry about that for right now. The game still is a little bit buggy in regards to some of the let's see what I can do here. There we go. Some of the places that we're... Medical bay in R&D 4 sounds good to me. Manufacturing is also done, and that was for shotguns, if I remember correctly, which is pretty good. However, what do we really want? We have a lot of instant stuff, but that's just normal. Let's stop that. Yeah, stop all the things. Get me... What I want is, like, I really need an upgrade for our three main weapons, which is the shotgun, the assault rifle, and then the sniper rifle. Unfortunately, that's a piercing, that's an interesting thing. The Athena NS2. Do we want to go with that? Let's find out, because if we do, we want to take care of that. Let's look at your equipment over here. You have damage... Oh, no, we don't want to go with that. Man, it's like they don't want their equipment to be worth using. So this does 130 damage on a effective range of 51, which is not that great, but it is relatively decent. Whereas this Athena over here only does, well, 70 damage effectively. Actually, it doesn't do 70, it does 60 damage because there's nothing with less than 10 damage. So it just, you'd need to be shooting something that has tremendous amounts of armor to do, like, at least 70 armor to even it out. This does add paralysis though, so that's pretty good actually. The fact that it adds paralysis, it slows enemies down. So, you know, it doesn't feel like something I want. That's the laser rifle. We can make them. That's nice. And let's see if I can make anything. There's just no immediate. That's ours. There's no immediate tremendous upgrade or anything, so it feels like the game is set up so that you can't really get overpowered from items alone, which I suppose is okay. Let's see who we have over here. We have a priest. Unfortunately, I don't know how to use priests. Let's not use priests. Let's use somebody else. Where am I going? Oh, you're just going around. Okay, go over there then. Oh, that's New Jericho. They hate me. Move. Let's keep track of what is going on. That's another... There we go. And that's New Jericho, so they hate me. Except that I can recruit their stuff? Oh, it's a technician. Huh, maybe I should go to New Jericho then. Huh. Interesting. Let's go there. I mean, might as well. Maybe they haven't heard that I'm killing them all. Okay, so you're waiting there, and you are actually not getting there right now, or maybe you are. Before World War III, John Smith seemed as ordinary as his name. Just another one of the millions of soldiers sent to fight and die for governments who saw them as nothing but statistics. It's worth pointing out that John Smith is a common name. Actually, John Smith has been a common name for a while in the United States, I think, specifically in the United States. But the common names change a lot depending on when you live. Like back in the 20s, everybody was called, I don't know, Marlowe or something. I don't know. It's just I don't actually know what everybody was called. And in the 90s, everybody was called Keith and Ashley. Well, it depends on the states even. I've seen some of those maps for the United States. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, soldiers sent to fight and die for governments who saw them as nothing but statistics. But in the war, he showed that he had a unique aptitude for strategy. He acted fast and achieved decisive victories before the enemy had even figured out what was happening. His troops gave him the nickname Merlin because he moved like a wizard. Then came the implants, the thought transfer experiments. And soon enough, a legend was born. When the old nation-states tore themselves apart, Merlin decided that his first loyalty was to his team. He ignored his orders and founded the haven now known as Avalon. Thought transfer experiments. What do you mean? Like letters that you write to another person? Because that's thoughts that are transferred. I realize what it might be, but the technology, whatever it might be, would be described in a completely different way from that. It's like us calling, I don't know, the internal combustion engine, we would call it the unhorsed, unhorsed, the horseless engine or something. It's like, yes, technically it is, but anything can be a horseless engine. Anyway, there are people who think I am an actual wizard, he laughs, speaking to our operatives. I don't discourage it. It's a strange world we'll find ourselves in, my friends, and I need every resource I can get. And I'm sure you remember that old Arthur C. Clarke quote about sufficiently advanced technology. No, the famous one, that any sufficiently advanced technology can seem like magic to the people who don't know that technology. But even Merlin, which is a misunderstanding of magic, by the way, it's a very interesting quote and it's very interesting sentiment and thought, and certainly can be very powerful when applied correctly. But it isn't a be-all and all. It is a misunderstanding of what magic is, specifically magical thought, both in terms of sociological terms as well as in terms of just personal beliefs. I'm not a what's the name of that? I don't subscribe to magical thought myself, but I do know of people whose really, well, spirituality rather than religiosity, whose spirituality does revolve around magical thought, and they know better than I do to talk about that, of course. But I do know enough that people just don't know what magic is really, because centuries of misinformation, really. At the end of the day, that's what it is. The technology that was used to create my implants is experimental, to say the least. The process wasn't entirely voluntary, and there's still a lot I don't know about what my government did to me. I have the coordinates. It's JC Denton over here. I have the coordinates of a lab that might provide answers. Can you help me secure it? Yes, please. Excellent. This matches all my information about the Phoenix project. My people will send you all the information we have immediately. You said information twice. Good luck and thank you. Which is not... It's actually... I'm not sure if it is very common for people to say the same word, especially specific words like information, very frequently in a conversation. It's not that it's incorrect, evidently. It's just... In a text like this, it is... It is a little bit awkward. And, oh, look at that. I did pause the game just then, but then disappeared. But I meant to come over here to Europe because we were just arriving. Sharing knowledge. Citizen Salvon, part of the Haven's Exploration and Cartography team, hopes that we will find this information regarding the location of other havens useful. The world's such a mess these days, it's good to know where things are, he says, even if they might be gone soon. So we added a new Jericho haven. I don't really need that. That is a weird encounter that just happened. Curious. And we have Aspid over here. No. Why are you here? Why am I here? How exactly does that happen, that there's just an Aspida? Yeah, there's Aspidas all over. Yep, and I can see them from afar, because I am really very good at this game for sure. Look at that. What is this? It's an assault. I like that. Comes with the... Yeah, absolutely. Is that what I want, though? No, I want Berserker. No, I want assaults. Yeah, go. Move. Pause immediately. We're not manufacturing anything because, well, sort of, I've given up on that, actually. I think we've spent enough money and time on that. No hostile forces have been detected, but there are probably some resources we can find in here, and I'm going to search the area, and a small cache of 30 materials. Lovely, the 30 materials has been uncovered. So this is a secondary team. I am scanning here, and it's going to be done pretty soon. We have that to deal with. And honestly, I want to deal with that pretty soon. And we, of course, have Madagascar to deal with over there. I say Madagascar, but I don't actually know the names of cities of Madagascar and where that might be. The south part, or whatever, wherever that is. There's not much here either. We have something over there. We have something over here. I think this one is bugged. Might as well check it out. And let me make sure that I have the correct thing selected as always. This is an armadillo, which means, sure. I mean, it's not a bad thing to have, honestly. Maybe it is. Maybe it is a bad thing to have. What do we have over here? That looks like a berserker. It is not. It is a big... What the heck is that? Oh, it's a priest. Right. The priests have such interesting icons. We have a sniper over there, which is not a bad idea. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we have you. I'll just click on you.
Haven is under attack.
That's bad news. Where would that be? On the other side of the world. Well, I do have a bunch of people over here. I just don't have a vehicle to transport them in. Which is a bit of an issue. Are you exploring that? I think so. Are they gonna die? Because I can't do that journey. I mean, I can try doing that journey. Well, too bad for them. Whatever. I can't do that. It's a bit of a shame. Yeah, you see that? Do you see that? That's bugged. Can't do anything here. We explored that.
Research complete.
For poison resistance technology. Yay! The Synhydrion poison prevention module functions by monitoring the bloodstream. Is it actually a new item? It is. Is it? It is armor. Ah. I don't know what it is. It might be. Attached to and injecting a cocktail of reversal agents aimed at neutralizing any detected poison. At present, the module is only efficient against Pandoran poisons, which is really the only ones that I care about. So thank you very much for that. It is indeed armor. Which is interesting. Poison-resistant undersuit module. What do you mean undersuit module? We don't have that. Is it for there? For there? Do we manufacture a lot of these? 1, 2, 3. I mean, they're not that expensive. I can just splurge. Manufacturing, yeah. Research, though. Research is being done. Okay. So we're waiting for you. We're waiting for you. We're definitely waiting for you and for you. Everybody's waiting.
The Jericho Haven is under attack.
So Fort Travis has repelled the attack by Synhydrion, and it's a new Jericho Haven under attack. Right. Okay, so it's not my business. I mean, I could go and help, but we don't need that, do we? Sort of, maybe. They're still allied though, so it's not like I wonder. It's gonna need for them to go down to 75 most likely. Did something happen? Well, I'm going there with another vehicle, not you. And then you're going away. Okay. Production module. Did you see that being complete? It was. Manticore 3 has flown over an abandoned village. Our operatives have sat down near an old church. The graves have been disturbed. It's almost as if someone dug up all the bodies, or dug all the bodies up, or they came alive and ripped their way out of the ground. But that doesn't happen, does it? Why would you say that it doesn't happen? On further investigation, it turns out the bodies were dug up as part of some forgotten experiment. How do you know that? Nobody knows. One of the houses in the village has been converted into a lab and is full of human body parts filled with cybernetic Okay, well, that's how we know that. Cybernetic experiments preserved in some kind of embalming fluid. It would be funny if you were the other way around. That way you could just sort of read this and try to figure it out in your head, and then the game tells you what it means. At least we know that the Pandora virus hasn't started animating the dead, which really wouldn't matter much in the sense that it probably already has. Because I'm pretty sure we're fighting people.
It's under attack.
Haven and Lorca under attack by New Jericho. So they're just a full-out war, and they're going to be bothering me for the rest of the game. Let them be. Production... Oh, right. That's what the production is complete. Arthron Autopsy. Early mutations of this creature type are associated with the first Mist incursion in 2029. The vast populations that were compelled to walk zombie-like... You see what I mean? Anyway, to walk zombie-like into the sea under the influence of the Mist have been merged somehow with the sea creature DNA to create some Frankenstein's monsters. Now we are seeing increasing numbers of Arthrons on land. The hypothesis is that land-based gestation structures are breeding Arthrons under cover of a new Mist outbreak. The latest Arthron mutation have little humanity left in them, and they are considered humanity. It's not genetic. Humanity is not a genetic thing. It's a figure of speech and, well, social construct. And they are considerably more dangerous to civilian populations. The longer-term danger is that we can expect their, quote, evolution, unquote, to continue at a rapid pace. Well, you shouldn't use evolution in scientific terms because this doesn't really explain anything. It's a judgmental take on natural selection, in the sense that you're saying that natural selection is making things better, in the sense that it evolves them. But that's it's just natural selection. In this case, what exactly would that be? How would that be natural selection? It just means mutations, really, I think. The term is that we can expect their mutations to continue at a rapid pace. That sounds right. Okay. Genetic origins, 25% are arthropods. There's a bunch of other things, and bony carapaces, and a few new items as well. Phoenix grenade launchers that suck. They're terrible. And hiccups as well. This is just bad. Just bad hiccups. So we're gonna complete we're gonna complete another let's go here. Complete another investigation, or not investigation, another research pretty soon. Can I get... Oh, it's equipment for sure. Can I get rid of that exclamation mark, please? Cannot. Even though I have everything selected and I can't see what it might be. Am I skipping things? Look at all the cats and things. Huh. I might be speaking... No, there it is. Yeah, skips things. Okay.
Research complete.
For the Missed Sentinel. The Missed Sentinel is an enigmatic phenomenon. An immobile fungoid structure hosting mutated symbiotes. It produces a complex aerosol with hundreds of different types of microbes, which is basically a concentrated version of the mist coming from the sea. It seems to have a defensive role, with proximity of hostile organisms triggering a release of mist in a local area. We can see them, quote, growing, unquote, across the land, promoting the... I don't know why the quotes in this story. Also, sure, whatever. Promote is just bring attention to a word that's misused, because it would make more sense if it didn't have quotes. You can see them growing across the land. Sure, it's not really what they're doing. It's just spreading, but sure. Promoting the transformation of flora and fauna. For what purpose, we do not know. This feels like what I did when I was trying to write my first texts in English. Honestly, I'm not trying to bash the writing, although it is a criticism. But when I started writing in English, I would know words properly, and then I would just say words that weren't fit and just put quotation marks on them. That should do it. Of course, my teachers didn't fall for it, but one can try. So we have a sniper. Get me the sniper. And we had another sniper somewhere. Didn't we? What is that? You can't hide from me. Over there. You can, actually. Let's go over here. Move.
Research complete.
For the worm egg, virtually identical in nature, the worm eggs make... to each other, I assume. Virtually identical to each other. The worm eggs may contain any of the Pandor... Oh, that's why it's relevant. The worm eggs may contain any of the Pandoran worm subspecies. At present, 3 subtypes have been identified, different in only the shell surface and the subtype they contain, which means they're not identical. In all cases, the outer shell has proven to be highly resistant to damage. In contrast to other alien eggs, the outer layers of the specimen are also highly flexible and capable of containing corrosive, flammable, and toxic substances. Additional findings: worm eggs react to foreign proximity, triggering the hatching process whenever a human or mechanical presence is sensed. How very convenient. A mechanical presence, like a house. Because a house is mechanical. It's got mechanical bits, like all the bits, because mechanical is just applied physics. Also, it virtually doesn't mean almost, by the way. In fact, this is virtually this is the opposite of virtually identical. So the discovery here is that it's identical in nature, except for the shell, or the shell casing, or whatever they call it. The shell surface, that's the one. But they use virtually identical as meaning almost identical. Virtually identical would be used to describe things that are identical in principle, but then in practice they are a little bit different. Because you can never find the same specimen twice and whatever else. So you say, in theory, they're identical, but the practice doesn't translate quite as well. That would be one way of using virtually identical, the expression. This is the opposite of that, because in practice they might all look the same, but they are technically not. So this would be technically, this is just the opposite of that usage of the word. Get the quotation marks, please. We need quotation marks, because we don't know the correct word to use. Okay, so we're good here.
Jericho is under attack.
That is tough luck. Wait a minute. What? Oh no. I just want to hire. Wow, I wanted to hire. Oh, dang it. Oh well. I mean, what can I do? It's what it is. Okay, tough luck as well for everybody. Let's just go back home, because this place is mad. Move. And then you have arrived over here. You're the main one, so you're not... Oh, no, you're not the main one. It's very difficult to make sure everything is good. You are going down there. Eventually. I don't know how, but we are. Hopefully. Rescue soldiers. Enemy reinforcement. Wait a minute. What do you mean rescue soldiers? Oh, that's a scavenging site. Unfortunately, I don't know who is there. Oh, it's good. Deploy. Threat level. Midnight. We're good. Are we? Probably. This is Manticore 2. Let's look at our personnel here. So Manticore 2 is right at the top. Good enough. We have... Oh, yeah. All high level units. It's going to be beautiful. Is it going to be beautiful? Oh, yes, it is going to be beautiful. I like this team already. Apart from the fact that, well, we don't have... It's fine. We're going to be fine. So I would like that, to be honest. That is going to need to use up a little bit of our Phoenix SP. Which is fine. Ooh, also, now that I have all the vestments thingies. Oh, they are mounts. I can just apply them. Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, you can't mount? Okay. Well, you're pretty resilient anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But we're making more of them. Or we're making more of them. How do I only have 4? No, I'm making more. It just doesn't show over there. Why are you showing me... Oh, because I'm not researching. That's... That is a thing. I can accelerate the shared research. By all means, go right ahead. Advanced Tiamat deployment. Actually, what I want more than anything is to figure things that are like about the aliens and whatnot. We got some autopsies over here. And then there's a bunch of alien things over here. Just, yeah, I don't know what this one is for. I know Tiamat range has been increased by 25%. It has not been increased. I am afraid to tell you. I'm not afraid to tell you, but the point is, it's a figure of speech as well. Okay, so we're going in there. I just saved, but we're also out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG. And this has been Phoenix Point. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.